Welcome back to my design series part 2. Today we're going to talk about drapes. Drapes are so important and can make or break a room design. I always recommend, no matter how tall your ceilings are, to raise those curtains up. Raise the rods up closer to the ceiling and further away from the window. So many people make the mistakes that they take curtains and they will actually hang them right level with their window. All you're doing then is shortening the look of your window, and they have the bracket hanging on the side of the trim, so the curtain is covering half of your window. That is not going to do anything to benefit the room. I don't care if you have an 8-foot ceiling, 9-foot, or like mine, almost 14-foot. The key is, before you hang any drapes, before you order a certain size, make sure you take the brackets for your rods and you want to go 3 inches down from the ceiling. You heard me right, 3 inches down from the ceiling, or if you have crown molding like I do, right under the molding. What that will do is it will bring your eyes up and make the whole space feel larger. Also, another key, when you go 3 inches down from the ceiling, the reason why you're giving yourself those 3 inches is because if it's a grommet panel or whatever kind it is, you don't want the top to hit. So you want to give yourself that 3 inches extra so that it opens and shuts if you're open and shutting it, and also that it will not bunch it up. So that's the first step. The second step, you want to bring that bracket at least minimum 8 inches over. So you're going to go up 3 inches down from the ceiling and 8 inches over from the trim where you would normally think you would hang the bracket. What that will do is it will allow the curtain to hang on the side of the window instead of in front of the glass. If you're hanging a bracket right on the corner, and then you put your curtain up, that curtain's going to cover half of your window on both sides. It's going to make your window look twice as small. So the first thing you want to do is get the brackets hung. Once you hang the brackets where you need it, again, 3 inches down from whatever your ceiling height is, and then 6 to 8 inches over. I prefer 8 inches if you have a thicker curtain. If you have more of a sheer, then I think 6 inches over from the trim will work. But this will elevate any room design incredibly. So let me give you a few measurements to kind of help you out. So if you have an 8-foot ceiling and you raise it 3 inches down if you have an 8-foot ceiling and you measure 3 inches down, you probably want to order a 96-inch length. So many people, they have an 8-foot ceiling, they put it right on the trim and they order 84 inches. No, you want to bring it up to a 96. Now, if you have a 9-foot ceiling, easy mathematics, you want to get a 108-inch curtain. So those are the two main measurements that are more standard for 8-foot and 9-foot ceilings. Now, if you have a tall ceiling like I do, there's two different options. You can have custom curtains made very easily. You can just send in the measurements, say this is what I want, but they are more expensive. So here's a little tip, a little secret to save you money, because my page is all about decorating on a budget too. So if you don't want to spend money on a higher end custom drape, a little hack I have for you guys: buy window curtain shears. I don't know if you guys remember these back in the 80s. I'm kind of showing my age here, but they have shears that used to, a scarf. Do you remember them? They would go up one side, they'd swag over, and they come back down. Guess what? You can still find them. They still make them. All you have to do is Google search window scarf shear, and they also have them on Amazon, even, something that simple. Anyway, they are super long. So all you do is take that window scarf shear. You can find them for like $15. Like, they're super cheap. Now, you can't get a heavy drape in a window shear. It will be more of a shear form, but then you elongate it all the way up as high as you want it. Now, you can trim the bottom, because usually, even with my 14-foot ceiling, it went all the way to the ground and I still had to cut like 3 inches off. And then you buy iron-on hem tape. You simply put the little tape on there, fold it over, and you have a perfect finish edge. Now, for the scarf on the top, most of the time, there's already a little hem there. You just open up both sides and slide the rod right through. But if you don't want to do that, you can keep the hem there. You can just use the curtain clips. You guys have all seen them. They're just round metal circles that have a little pinch clip. You fold over the top, you hang it up. But if you don't want to cut them at all, when you buy these window scarves, let them puddle. It's a beautiful look to have a puddle on the ground. It just really elongates your space. So there's two options if you have high ceilings, that you can use the window scarves for really affordable, or you can have custom curtains made. But again, the biggest secret is to make sure those curtain rods are way above your window where it's at. And there isn't a certain measurement. You just want to kind of go down 3 inches from the ceiling, as I mentioned before, and the bracket 6 to 8 inches over. Now, if you need privacy, so many people are like, well, I need privacy. I don't want to have a long curtain, shove it, trying to reach up and move it over. So what I do, it looks like there's nothing on my windows, but I have automatic blinds. So I love, if you have a super tall ceiling, even if you don't, even if it's 8 foot, you can get a remote control blind. Again, they're on Amazon. Very affordable. You can get a remote control blind that you want to make sure it has a valance. So it's literally hidden behind. Let me show you an example right here. I'm going to show you with my upper ones. So my top ones, I have complete sun blocking. So if we watch TV or anything, it can definitely protect from glare. And the bottom ones I have see-through. Simple remote, you click it, and there you go. You're getting complete privacy. As you can see, the upper ones are coming down on that side. I only did one side to show you the difference. And if you have any glare, it completely blocks it out. Now my lower ones, just from a remote. And comment below if you want to know which ones I use, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. And then the lower ones, I have more of a sheer, because I want to make sure that the light is still coming through, but it's protecting against the glare. So here are the lower ones. They're more of a sheer fabric, and you can choose what fabric you want. They're more of a sheer fabric because I don't want my room completely dark during the day, but this will protect it from the glare. As you can see, perfect. And the reason why I like this, I'm going to open it back up. The reason why I like these is because when they're open, you can't tell there's anything on the windows. It just simply looks like I have drapes. It's open, it's bright, light, and airy. In the morning time, it's beautiful lighting. In the evenings, it lets that glow still come through, but gets rid of the glare. So that is my best tip for anyone who is struggling with what to do with curtains or drapes. And I'm telling you right now, a drape is framing out your window. So if you do not have really beautiful trim, this kind of makes up for that and really elaborates your windows and makes it appear that your window is much larger and more grand than what you think. So thank you for joining me on my design series number 2 video. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you guys here on YouTube. There's so many more designer tips to come. And please like and subscribe and hit that bell button so that every time I have a new video come up in my design series, you will get notified. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you all.